Hey, Mark Rodriguez here. You're watching America's number one Cure for Insomnia, the Diving Cutter Wrestling Podcast, and with me are
William White, aka Ninja Panda 1980.
Lady McBride, also known as Droopy Chan or Ninja Droopy. Hola.
Hola, hola. So this is Johnny Rodriguez.
Woo!
oh boy. So, anyways, amigos, today we're gonna be talking about Ring of Honor Final Battle, which is also the final pay-per-view of the year for the AEW / Ring of Honor stuff. And as usual, we're gonna do our predictions, and then we'll kind of compare later after the fact who was right, who was wrong, and all that good stuff. So, real quick, just before we get into the thing, any thoughts on the big William Regal leaving AEW and how they played it off? As you all know, MJF is the new champion. He showed off a belt with his color scheme on the handle parts, and William Regal was talking his stuff. And when he let his guard down, MJF just socked him out from behind with the knuckles, and Regal just collapsed like he was a Family Guy character. And everyone started to worry. They really played it like super serious, and he was just there the whole time, and Daniel Bryan was super worried, and they called it the ambulance. Everybody was trying to really play it up like the dude's fucking messed up and stuff. And now in this other episode of Dynamite, he's gone, and they showed this little farewell video, and it was to the point where Tony Schiavone is fucking choking back tears while talking. You can hear it in his voice as if the dude died, and I was like, he didn't die, right? It's just the story, right? Because we all know, a lot of people know the rumors that he's gonna officially go back to WWE to work with Triple H and NXT or whatever. So this is how he leaves the AEW storyline. But here they're playing off like he fucking died or something, man. And that last message he had, a big promo there, like his little farewell to the Bullet Club, the Blackpool Combat Club, that are going to actually stay together regardless of him being gone. But they played it so emotional, so whatever. He's like, if anything happens to me, blah, 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 like a last will and testament type thing. I don't know. So what are you guys' thoughts on all that and William Regal leaving AEW?
I don't know. I think the way they set it up was kind of good, but it's just kind of strange as to why he's leaving. I'm not sure whether it was, him just taking a look at the locker room after the whole scrum and everything being out of control back then, or what the deal is. But the reasons behind him leaving are way more mysterious than the actions leading up to his leaving on TV. Those are the parts that I want to know. But otherwise, if he goes to WWE, I wish him the best of luck. He's been there before, so he knows what to expect. But, the way that they worked it out is actually pretty good because, MJF takes him out, and now, they can start a title feud with him and Daniel Bryan, which is something that a lot of people wanted to see. They were tired of seeing, MJF and Moxley or whoever go against him. So now Daniel Bryan's got a chance to, try to shoot for the title against MJF. So yeah, it was a good way to exit. I just really want to know why he left.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Same thing. I mean, the lead up to it was, nice little storyline. Maybe need some time off. Moxley should probably have some time off, which apparently he's not getting. But yeah, that's what I was wondering. Then I heard that was a rumor he was going back to WWE until it was confirmed that he actually was. And I'm wondering, what's the deal? What's happening? I mean, it would be nice to know why he's going. How about you, Johnny Rodriguez?
Yeah. Well, wasn't there this conspiracy theory that in AEW they're going to make a lame excuse that he actually did die, and that's why that's the excuse of him why not he's going to. That's the excuse of why he's no longer going to be in AEW because the plot line is that he died, so that I guess he could land in WWE. I don't know if I'm mistaken or not, but I've heard about that one. Do you guys have any thoughts about that one? The conspiracies that they're gonna.
The thing is, you can't get that carried away.
Die in AEW.
You can't get too carried away because if he died, shouldn't it be arresting fucking MJF for murder or something?
Or maybe just the comments you see videos on YouTube or whatever. But But hopefully they're not going to go that route. Just be honest and just, obviously they're not going to mention
how come?
AEW that
I
he's
think
going to leave. They're obviously, yeah, that's cool, Mug. They're obviously not going to mention that he's going to leave AEW for WWE. I mean, of course not, but at least like be realistic about it and just, hey, I'm going to retire from AEW. Like, just be honest about it, because that's the thing that
Yeah,
makes
but where's the
people-
fun in that though? There's always got to be
That's
some
the thing that
excuse.
makes
Like,
people
where's the
say
fun in
wrestling's
that?
fake and wrestling's all this BS because of stuff like that. Like, just be a little bit more transparent about it. Obviously, he's at AEW, so they're not going to say, "Hey, I'm leaving US for WWE." And he's not going to say that, but I don't know. But we do wish him luck. In the end of the
Yeah,
day.
maybe he's just dead to Tony Khan.
I was about to say that. I was just about to say that.
The what now?
I don't think.
What about Tony
I don't
Khan?
think they,
I missed the Tony Khan part. What?
I said, well, maybe he's just dead to Tony Khan. Like, Tony Khan's like, you know what? You're dead to me. So they just write it that he's dead. Maybe that was the reason for it.
Maybe
but
Tony
I
Khan-
don't think they should do that, because I don't know. After a certain somebody that tried that as a storyline and then the real tragedy happened afterwards, I think that would be too much. I don't think anyone should really be writing or doing anything like that.
Yeah, that was a foul move, especially after that certain person. Vince McMahon did that, and yeah, it kind of it blew up in his face worse than it blew up in his face when he supposedly died. So I mean,
It blew worse than the limo.
yeah, it's kind of a bad idea, but we'll see.
But yeah, man, I don't know. Maybe Tony Khan was just a cheapskate and he didn't want to pay him that much. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it takes a lot of money to keep everyone in line, I guess. So, anyways, now we're gonna go to Ring of Honor, and it looks like there won't be too many matches to talk about. As of right now, and that's the thing. As of right now, as of the recording, as of December 9th, 2022, right now there's only 7 matches being announced, and as we speak, Rampage is airing. So for all we know, they could have a last minute feud or a last minute whatever that will set up on Ring of Honor, but yeah, so we only got 7 matches, and I think in this case we won't go in any order because like almost all of them are like title matches of some sort. So let's just kind of get to it. Well, I'll leave the last one for the last one because that's the most obvious one. But for the other ones, we got Daniel Garcia going up against Wheeler Yuta for the Pure Wrestling Rules match style for the Ring of Honor Pure Championship. And the most I remember about the rules, there's a whole bunch of them, but the ones that come out the most, I think there's no close hand punching allowed, and you can only submit 3 times with rope breaks. After that, like you just have to tough it out. The rope breaks will no longer count, so that's a big thing. And yeah, that's pretty much the one that I've known the most. And of course, cheating, no cheating, no weapons, all that kind of junk. But that's usually the rule that stands out the most. So you can only do 3 rope breaks with submission moves. After that 3rd time, you're shit out of luck. You gotta just tough it out, not pass out. I don't know, do something else, but we'll see there. So let me see. Daniel Garcia and Wheeler Yuta. I don't know. They've kind of done this once or twice, I think. I think I'm gonna give this one to Daniel Garcia, and we'll see how that one goes. What do you guys think?
I don't know. It's kind of a tough call. I mean, Danny Garcia is a good wrestler, but then again, so is Wheeler Yuta, and Yuta's been on a hot streak since he's been with the Blackpool Combat Club. So, I mean, it's going to be a tough call now with them, taking away striking and then you only having a certain amount of rope breaks, with Yuta still being rather kind of rookie-ish. That's going to make it a little bit harder for him, but I still believe he's going to pull it off. I think Wheeler Yuta's going to win this one.
This is a coin toss thing for me. Did I really say a coin toss?
Yes, you
It's
did.
like Zombie. It's
Coin
like
toss,
Zombie from
yes.
Gummy Bears. I feel like Zombie from Gummy Bears. Mixing up my word. I did it earlier today too. Like anyway, I think this is a coin toss for me, but I don't have a coin to toss at the moment. So initially, I was gonna go with Garcia, but then William made a good point too. You know, I'm just gonna go with Garcia for this one. No reason.
Okay, so this is also like these are really two great wrestlers. I mean, I'm actually more of a bigger fan of Yoder Utah, but I also would like to see Daniel Garcia win this match because especially in the promos, they made such a big deal that, hey, Daniel Garcia, I don't know if he has been in many matches, but he does seem a little bit of an underdog, in my opinion. So I think it'd be good to see Daniel Garcia win this match.
So it'd be the big match between the pro wrestlers and the sports entertainers, you know. So the third match we got here, this is one, well, you know, second match, I'm going out of order, but the second match we got here is probably the one I'm most excited to see. There's been like more build up here. Well, they all had build up. This build up I care about. I follow the women wrestlers a lot. So we got Athena challenging Mercedes Martinez for the Ring of Honor World Championship title. And we've been seeing, you guys have been watching like Dark and Dark Elevation. Athena now turned full-blown heel, like attacking people violently, throwing them to the steel steps. She does like all these submission moves now, and the match is over. Then she goes back and does submission mode again while, you know, the bell's ringing and the ref's trying to get her off them, whatever. And then, of course, the biggest thing was just flat out like socking out Audrey, just knocking her ass out. She was trying to stop her for whatever, just fucking laid her ass out. And like, holy crap. Okay. And this last match she had versus this other girl, she picked her up in a delayed, like, vertical position, but instead of, like, dropping her, she threw her out of the fucking ring that way. Like, she's been crazy. So it is, like, a more newer, more vicious Athena. And I want to see how this version of Athena goes against Mercedes Martinez and see what happens there. It's a tough one for me because I like Mercedes Martinez too, and it's kind of not fair for her to lose it so quick because, I mean, she's been injured this whole time, so we had you know, much title defenses or whatever. In fact, it is like her big match coming back after being injured or whatever, so I kind of don't want her to lose it so quick. But like Athena, man, like I don't know, man, does this savage like form of her? Of course, Mercedes is also no stranger to being savage on her own right too. But I also like that Athena has been adding more submission moves because Mercedes has submission moves too. So it should be a hell of a match between the two of them. Oh man, I want to say Athena. I just don't want Mercedes to lose her title so quick. But I'm gonna put it for Athena. We'll see how that goes. That's a tough one. That's what I'm most looking forward to watching. But yeah, I'll give it to Athena. We'll see what happens.
Okay, I'm going to put it in two different ways on this one. Physically, it's going to be Athena. On paper and on record, it's going to be Mercedes is going to be the winner because, yeah, this is a tough match because both of them are pretty tough, and Athena has had a hellified mean streak since she started her new heel turn. Now, I think they're going to keep that going and develop it a bit more, but it's not time to give her a title just yet. So, yeah. Mercedes is going to win, but she's going to have the hell beat out of her, and it's probably going to be by a disqualification. She's probably going to do something, probably hit a ref or something to get her disqualified from the match, and Mercedes retain the title. But the damage is going to get done by Athena. So, yeah, I think Mercedes is going to win it, but Athena's technically going to be the real winner because she's going to beat the crap out of Mercedes by the time it's over.
Man, I am loving this Athena stuff so much. I love how she's adding on healers. I love how she's knocking out people. I love how she beats you, then she go back and beat you some more. It's like you know, she beat you like you owe her money. I mean, I love it, you know? Or either you stole something from her, or you kicked her puppy, or you threw her kitten across the street. I love Athena right now. But I would go with Athena, but like you said, it's a title situation, and Mercedes does have it, and she hasn't had it that long, you know, like you guys were saying. So I really think that Athena is going to lose somehow and keep the heel thing going. but she's going to be more vicious than ever because she loses. So I really think Mercedes is going to win.
Hey, so I want to be the contrarian in this match. As much as I would like to see Mercedes win this match, because they're both very talented wrestlers, don't get me wrong, but I actually want to see, I mean, it sounds gory, but I actually want to see Athena beat the living crap out of her, not against Mercedes, but just because that's her persona, that's the gimmick she's going with right now. You know, she's super heel. So what better way to really show her that she's head of heel than for her to beat the living, you know what, out of Mercedes and probably cheat her way to the top. She'll probably do some shady shit in the ring. And she can win this match.
Well, I guess
that'll be a good storyline because that'll make Mercedes really pissed off that she lost to Athena, and there'll be another excuse for another rematch or whatever. So that's what I'm thinking.
Well, I guess
it'll be it's gonna be shit, Athena! You know how people get. So it would be good actually. Why not?
Oh, that one got Johnny excited and talking.
I was going to say, I guess we can just straight up all agree that Mercedes is going to get the crap beat out of her by Athena. No matter who you think is going to win, Mercedes is going to get pummeled.
Yeah. Win or lose, Mercedes is going to get run over. That's pretty much the factor of it.
I think it's going to be one of those matches that when it starts, the crowd's going to be all like, Athena's going to kill you kind of thing.
All I can say is I hope the referees have insurance, life insurance.
Health insurance, life insurance, all kinds of insurance.
Safety.
Yeah, pray to God Britt Baker's not your dentist on your dental plan. You know.
And if Audrey's going to be the referee, she's going to be
outlaw macho bullshit insurance. You know.
If Audrey's going to be the referee for this match, she's going to have to really step a few steps back because I don't think she wants to get beat up like that again. If she's still, is she in good condition now, or is she?
Yeah, she's back. I think it was just
she's back. Okay,
you know, she wasn't.
See, now here's the thing, though. Aubrey's known for actually, I wouldn't say participating too much in the match as far as being a referee, but she will every once in a while get into a wrestler's fate. Athena's going to step out of line, and Aubrey's going to end up getting her revenge in some weird way, shape, or form. She's going to either drop kick her or give her a roaring elbow or something. Because you got to think, before Aubrey became a referee, she trained to be a wrestler. So, those tactics are still there. I think Aubrey's going to get back to her. But as of right now, nah, Athena's just steamrolling everybody.
So let's see here. Next match, I don't know. For me, it looks kind of obvious. It's Samoa Joe versus Juice Robinson singles match for the Ring of Honor World TV title. And honestly, I don't know. I mean, there's no real build-up here. I'm going to give it to Samoa Joe. I think it's just, another title defense. And, hey, it's cool. You got Juice Robinson there. But, I don't really see, Samoa dropping it just like that. And for someone that we don't see that often, that's what kind of sucks about this whole thing. Because without Ring of Honor having an actual TV show, the people that are more, I guess, Ring of Honor-y, like Gresham and Juice and the Briscoes and all, we only see them on the Ring of Honor pay-per-views. So I really don't see Juice winning and then appearing on TV a lot. I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna give it to Samoa Joe. I just see him as another challenger. He's a champ. It's a Ring of Honor pay-per-view. Need a challenger. Here he is. I don't know. If we had a Ring of Honor TV show, which we hope maybe this upcoming year we get, I would have given it to Juice. But I'm gonna give it to Samoa Joe. I mean, Juice might need to juice up some more to survive this match, right?
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. I mean, let's face it. Yeah, sure. Juice is current Ring of Honor, but you also gotta think Samoa Joe was former Ring of Honor alumni even back before he went to TNA. And on top of that, he just got the title not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
So that's still pretty fresh. And Samoa Joe, even though he's gone to different wrestling federations, he's still a big name in Ring of Honor. I don't see them, getting the title off of him anytime soon. Again, this is just going to be a match where, I'm sorry, Juice Robinson's just going to get the crap stomped out of him. The bottom line, that's what's going to happen. And Samoa is going to retain the title. So that's Samoa Joe on this.
Like Athena, Samoa Joe been throwing his opponents around like they owe him money too. Or like he's a loan shark and he's coming giving them a little message, so you better pay up by tomorrow or else. So I'm going Samoa Joe with this one. Main reason because of mainly name recognition for casual fans. And the fact like he just got those 2 titles in a way. So I just couldn't see him dropping it so soon, because it just felt like he just got the titles. So yeah, I think Samoa Joe is going to win. And like for people like me who didn't really see much TNA or Ring of Honor, I don't know. I know Samoa Joe more than Juice for reasons I'm not getting into. For reasons I'm not supposed to, right? There we go. I'm done. Then over to Johnny Rodriguez.
Okay, so it's going to be Samoa Joe. Yeah, Samoa Joe all the way. I don't really know much about Juice Robinson anyways, but Samoa Joe.
All right, so the next match we got here is just a regular tag team match, no title on the line or anything. It's Swerve and Our Glory, which I'm actually surprised they're still together after the last match, right? With the Acclaimed. But yeah, Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee. Don't know how that's going to work. Going up against Shane Taylor Promotions, which is Shane Taylor and JD Grippy. And I don't know, to be honest. Story-wise, I'll probably give it to Shane Taylor Promotions because the title's down the line anyway, and Swerve can afford to lose. And I also feel they're going to kind of have that, that storyline where they're not on the same page. They're still kind of sore each other with what happened or whatever. But, Shane Taylor Promotions, though, they're like, they're a team. They're good. They cooperate, or they're, fully functioning unit and all that stuff. So they're going to probably do that storyline. So based on the fact that I'm surprised that Swerve's even still together, to be honest, and that there's no time on the line or nothing, and there's no real build-up, no real story or whatever, I'm going to give it to Shane Taylor Promotions for this one.
Well, I'll go next. Williams back. I was about to go. I was going to go with the Shane Taylor Promotions for pretty much the same reasons. When you mentioned it, only reason I was going to go with them, like I said, mostly because, with Keith Lee and, with those two, they're probably going to be screwed up with their work in the ring and with their tags and everything, and probably be like thrown off, which will make them more open, vulnerable to like being attacked and all that other stuff. Then maybe Shane Taylor Promotion, they'll pick up on that and then play into that, and then, and then maybe it'll create more friction between the other two. So that's what I think may go with that one.
Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm sitting at too. I think the situation is going to happen is Swerve and Keith Lee are going to lose, and Swerve's probably going to lose it and end up attacking Keith Lee, and this is going to be the final nail in the coffin for those two. So I think that's why the storyline was actually set up for that match. But yeah, Swerve and Keith Lee lose, and then next thing you know, they're off to singles land.
Yeah, my personal opinion, I would rather Swerve win this match, but obviously because him and Swerve and Keith Lee, they're not really pretty much like what you guys are saying. I think the Shane Taylor Promotions, Shane Taylor and JD Griffey, they're gonna win this match. That's what I think. I think there's gonna be too much of a clash going on. They're gonna be arguing. They're gonna be probably fighting with each other here and there. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. This match is going to be all over the place. So I think it's going to be Shane Taylor Promotions, so they're going to take advantage of that.
Yeah, yeah, I'm already like kind of picturing it. Like maybe like they're trying one, like maybe Swerve trying to do something, and then he's trying to like the chemistry is just going to be so.
I'm actually thinking of a scenario that might be that between them arguing whatever, maybe when Swerve's trying to fight the other guy, maybe the other guy accidentally he hits like gonna mess up the match anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the thing is, I'm just confused why they're still together. Like they already did that before the last match with the Acclaimed. Like that already was their big breakup match or whatever. I mean, I don't know. Like if they do this here, like you guys say, this will probably be the last straw and whatever, and they actually split.
Hopefully.
I'm just confused why they didn't do it already. Like that was already the split, as far as I'm concerned. The last match they had against the Acclaimed. Why did they just prolong it just to do it here again, or maybe just because. Might as well do it for a pay-per-view or something, I guess. I don't know.
Wait,
It could be a storyline just so that they get more disagreements, more of a clash to make an excuse that, hey, maybe eventually they'll split up and then they'll have it'll be separated. So now it's going to be Swerve versus Keith Lee. That could be the next thing. We gotta keep these conspiracy theories going, guys.
I just feel bad for Wendy because not only did Daddy Ass not get sistered in the last pay-per-view, but Swerve and Our Glory didn't properly split up. So you lose on both fronts. You know what I mean? Like,
wait, I have a question about Swerve and Keith Lee. Well, how about this? Maybe the situation where they're together, but it's more like, okay, we got to go up against them. We have to work together, and maybe something like that. And then in this pay-per-view, the animosity will drive them apart. Maybe something like that, Like, or maybe sort of like, we had our disagreement last time, but we can work it out. We can work together, right? Yeah. What the hell is you doing? Jackass, I'm sick of you. Well, I'm sick of you. Consider this a divorce.
Well, the next match we have here is another title. It's a six-man tag team match for the Ring of Honor World Six-Man Tag Team Championship. That's a long description. We got Dalton Castle and the boys, which are named Brandon Tate and Brent Tate because they actually got names, going up against the Embassy, Brian Cage, and the Gates of Agony, which are Bishop Khan and Toa Leona, with Prince Nana in the background. And I don't know, man. I mean, people love Dalton Castle. They love him like hell. I don't see him losing the title so quickly. But on the other side, like, I don't know, man. Like, Brian Cage needs something, man. Even if he's the third guy in the trios thing, you know what I mean? He needs something. And we haven't really had much of a chance to see much of Bishop and Leona. So, I guess by better judgment, I'm going to go with Brian Cage and the Gates of Agony because, damn it, Brian Cage deserves something. You know what I mean? Like, not just to be gawked at by fangirls, but he deserves a title,
Yeah, I definitely got to agree with you there. Brian Cage does deserve something. Like, he's been way past due to have some sort of title in his hand at some point in his career, especially now. And then, the guys that he's with, the Gates of Agony, these are not small gentlemen by any means. I mean, these guys are freaking monsters in comparison to their opponents. So, this is almost, if it wasn't for their skill and the fact that, a couple of them are vets, this would almost be a squash match. Like, these guys are that big. But yeah, as much as I'd like to see the other guys win, Gates of Agony and Brian Cage definitely need to do this. Brian Cage needs a title. He needs something that will put him on the map. So, yeah, Brian Cage and the Gates of Agony for the win.
Not only that, but, in kayfabe, right? Prince Nana bought these guys off of Tully Blanchard, right? So let's see some money back in this investment here. You know what I mean? Like,
right?
Yeah. Okay, so my answer should be obvious. So I have to give my answer. It should be obvious what I'm going for, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. See, I don't even have to say. So you already know. So I don't have to say. You already know my reason why. Next.
Yeah, but tell the fans.
What? I like Brian Cage.
But what I'm saying, tell the fans so the fans know, because we may know, but the fans may not know. So tell the fans like what your actual pick is, and describe in full detail why.
Anyway, I like Brian Cage. That's all you need to know.
She just wants to see another cage match.
Oh God.
No, seriously. But, in all honesty, I didn't realize how little he's gotten in junk. So, yeah, maybe he should get something by now, right? I mean, with the way you guys are talking about it, I just didn't realize it. So, yeah, Ace of Agony and Brian Cage. I am going for him. For reasons obvious to anyone who knows me.
Mm-hmm.
Now on to Johnny, the man Rodriguez.
Okay, so I'm going to be the bad guy here. As much as I love Brian Cage, he's extremely talented. These are very powerful, huge wrestlers. But I know this fight's going to be kind of like a squash match, or it's kind of like a comedic relief kind of match. I don't know, but it would be very.
Oh no!
Because you see, this is giving me a little bit of Orange Cassidy vibes in a way, because like Orange Cassidy, he is talented, but you're not. You really wouldn't expect him to win all those matches, but he somehow ends up winning those matches. So I'm thinking the Dalton Castle, Brandon Tate, and Brent Tate, maybe they can actually win this match. They'll just have to maneuver their way around it. Obviously, they're going to have to cheat a lot, and it could be that Brian Cage might lose in a stupid way, but that's how the match ends. I don't know. That's just the way I'm seeing it.
That would be interesting though.
How about a drinking game for every boy that Dalton Castle tosses?
Yay, drinks.
That would end up being alcohol poisoning.
Yep. So the next match we got here, this was just announced last minute in Dynamite. And this is kind of a weird one, and there's a bit of a jackknives rant there. We got FTR, Cash Wheeler, and Dax Harwood going up against the Briscoes, Jay Briscoe and Mark Briscoe, for the third time for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship. And this time it's going to be a double dog collar match, and it'll be like the big final match between these three. And due to a lot of crazy shenanigans AEW's been doing, Jack's not really interested like talking about it anymore. But I thought for a moment, like, hey, if I mention this match, might get his interest. I know he's a big Briscoes guy. But then he came up with an excellent point. Why are they doing this a third time? Why are they running out of ideas, like the originality? It's like just the same thing over and over and over. But the most important thing is this supposed to be like some kind of like rubber match or like the big match to decide it. Why? Considering the fact that FTR won the first two times. Like, and I didn't think about that. I was like, oh yeah, they did, didn't they? And it makes sense. It's like, okay, they won the first two times, so why are we doing this? You know what I mean? If the Briscoes won the second time, then that would have been like, okay, this is the big one, guys. This is the tiebreaker and that kind of shit. But the other matches we had, FTR won twice. I was really surprised they won the second time, to be honest. I thought the Briscoes were going to take it. But they won twice. They definitely proved, without a doubt, they're better than the Briscoes. I don't see why a third one has to be. And for me, the only way this would even make sense, the Briscoes just have to win this one. They have to win this one. Why are they going to make them lose 3 times in a row with FTR? And I know FTR haven't defended their titles that much. They're barely on TV, but that's kind of like, I mean, it's not their fault. It's like it's just fucking horrible booking for them. But I give them to the Briscoes because I literally see no reason why to do this at all unless the Briscoes finally win one. Because, again, the FTR won the first 2. Why are we doing this again? And, yeah, it'll be badass. And, yeah, it'll be epic. FTR are amazing tag team guys. I even got interested in them when in the past I didn't care. I was just kind of bored because they look, kind of generic. But now I kind of like their style and the heart that they give, especially Dax, right? The bald dude, I think. Well, especially that one match where he was like injured, he still came back and finished the match. Like, you know, that got me. And of course, the Briscoes are super awesome too. And now it's gonna be like a dog collar, a double dog collar match. Holy shit, right? But like, I don't know, man. The Briscoes got to win this. They got to win this. I really don't see a point of doing this a third time unless the Briscoes win. In my opinion, by now they're gonna look real bad if they lose like 3 straight times against FTR. You know what I mean?
A couple of questions.
Yeah.
All right, so you said that was it supposed to be like a best 2 out of 3 thing with them?
They just made it up on the fly. But the thing is, it doesn't even work as the best 2 out of 3 because FTR
I mean, I
won
know.
twice.
No, I know. That's why I was questioning that. And also with the dog collar match thing, have you guys ever seen a double dog collar match? Because I don't think I've ever seen that gimmick before. Not a like a double one.
But I mean, I don't know. William probably seen more matches than I have. I don't know. He saw
Yeah,
that.
I'm just wondering.
The bloody barbed wire match that Ricky Rocks had that one time. Like, oh my god, the humanity.
Now, to be brutally honest with you, no, I've never seen a double dog collar match. Like, I'm wondering how this is even going to work. Like, do they have, you know, both opponents just tied to each other, or, you know, is it like a weird 4-way thing where there's like a big metal ring in the middle and they're all strapped to each other? Like, I have no idea how in the hell that would work. But I do have to agree with Mark. The Briscoes definitely are going to have to win this one. I mean, come on, this is the 3rd time, so yeah, 2 out of 3. The Briscoes are definitely going to have to win this, especially since, let's face it, these types of oddball matches, you know, Texas Tornado matches, dog collar matches, these are pretty much in the Briscoes' wheelhouse. Like, their family pretty much, you know, one in each generation has had some sort of infamous match like this. So it goes without saying the Briscoe brothers definitely got to win this one.
Yeah, by the sound of it, it really does sound like it would nice. Oh, it says okay, never mind. It seems like the Briscoes would definitely win this match. And also I was wondering if you said this was a last minute announcement, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. I'm thinking back on it. Yeah. So here's
what do you call it? The Ass Boys just announced it in the last minute.
That's right. Yeah, it's coming back. Yeah. So I have a theory about why we are having this match. They had to fill up the card, and they just said, "Okay, we're gonna throw you guys in there, do a thing, and let's think of a gimmick, and we're gonna experiment with this new gimmick. We're gonna do a double dog collar match. Try not to try to officiate yourself or any of that other crazy stuff in the match. Please don't hang yourselves, you know." Because, you know, we don't want to have to pay out the life insurance policies or, you know, all that stuff. This is AEW. We actually pay our wrestlers things like they're supposed to have. But, you know, so that's what I think. I just think they just need to fill up the card and just decide to just throw them Briscoes in there, FTR, do another match. Like you said, it wouldn't make sense to have a best 2 out of 3 when someone already won 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Unless they're planning to do best 2 out of 4. A 3 out of 4.
Don't give them ideas.
It just sounds like to me.
The 4th one better be a lights out match. And when I say a lights out match, I'm talking like the one that Mox and Kenny Omega had when they first started AEW. Like, then I'd watch it. But otherwise, no.
I wonder what the next gimmick will be.
So my only theory why I think they did this match, also for the fact that they just want to fill in the spot, I guess, is also because, let's face it, I mean, FTR, I mean, they're great wrestlers. You know, they're very talented, but they're a bit like on the corny side. So I think they want to challenge them to their limits, putting them in this dog collar type match.
Yeah.
So it's going to push their limits. So it's going to be kind of interesting actually to see how they're going to battle it out under those circumstances. You know, that's going to be way out of their comfort zone. So that's the only reason why I think they're doing that, other than the fact that the writers or the promoters of these matches, they just like ran out of ideas. So like, okay, we're just gonna put FTR in there or whatever. But yeah, pretty much like what you guys said, because the Briscoes haven't really won that many matches yet, they should win this.
Well, what they do is just they're barely on TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's long overdue. They need to win this match, and it'll be the perfect excuse because the Briscoes do look like the kind of guys that will be able to cheat their way a little bit more. Like they seem more aggressive, so I feel like they're gonna take advantage of the technicality of the dog collar match, like the way it's set up.
Yeah.
Like you will have no qualms of beating the shit out of FTR. That's what I'm gonna say.
So I think all four of us went for the Briscoes, right? I think.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, because sorry. Just saying, yeah, we did because it wouldn't make sense for the Briscoes to lose.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, even I was kind of thinking because again, it was announced very last minute. So as more matches were getting announced as the weeks went on, I'm kind of like, well, wait a minute, FTR. I mean, I know they don't use them that much, but they still are the Ring of Honor World Champs, right? The Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champs. Like they're not gonna have a match. They're not gonna defend the title on the Ring of Honor pay-per-view, and then all of a sudden they just announced this last minute. But like, you know. So, anyways, the last match here is, of course, El Ocho, Chris Jericho, who's been going around beating up all the Ring of Honor champs and stuff, going up against Claudio Castagnoli for the Ring of Honor World Championship title. But on top of that, which is kind of weird, I think it's going to kind of affect a little bit of our opinion and stuff like that. Like, it would have been a different story if it wasn't for this. I don't know. You guys tell me. But the stipulation is that if Castagnoli loses the match, he's going to have to join the Jericho Appreciation Society and become a sports entertainer. So, I don't know. To be honest, and I know that Claudio technically is a Ring of Honor guy, I would have liked Jericho to go up against, a Ring of Honor guy that we haven't seen yet, and that's non-AEW. You know what I mean? One of the other guys that some of you all might know. Maybe you could list off examples, William. I can't think off the top of my head. I know they can't get Kevin Steen, and they can't get what's it called, Tyler Black. I've heard Tyler Black fell on his head or something, and that's why he has these horrible like taste in fashion recently. He's going through a phase or something
like that.
But are there any other good examples you could think of? Any Ring of Honor guys you haven't seen yet that could be? Well, I mean, I guess wasn't Dalton Castle a champ too at some point?
Not sure. Not really too sure on that one.
Yeah, but although he's already in another match anyway. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I would have kind of liked this match to be another Ring of Honor guy that has not already been seen in AEW, But I don't know, man. The stipulation is dumb. I don't know. I really don't think they're gonna have. I mean, like on one side, Regal is gone. They have a promo announcing that no matter what, the Blackpool Combat Club's gonna be together like even more than ever. Now for him to pull this shit, I don't know. Unless the promo was just a big whatever, and then like they're just gonna break up anyways. I mean, I kind of see like if Claudio if he does go over to the JAS, I kind of see like that'll break up the Combat Club. I don't know. I don't really see them doing the storyline. And why do you want someone in your team that doesn't really want to be there? That you're fucking forcing them to, you know what I mean? It's almost like you're gonna sabotage yourself from within. Yeah, but MJF pretended he wanted to be in there at least, but Claudio doesn't want to. Like, I don't know. I don't like it.
Wait, I have a question. So, what was? I know that was a stipulation for Claudio. What was the stipulation for Jericho?
Well, nothing, because obviously if he loses, you lose the title. You know what I mean? He'll no longer be a local.
I was wondering if it's just I missed something. There was like more to it aside from that being a title match.
Yeah. So for that, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna give it to Jericho, and I know it's been drawn out by now, but I'm gonna give it to Jericho. I really don't see Claudio going with the JAS. I don't know. I don't know if the crowd is popping for that, if they really care to see him join it. I see a lot of people, general consensus is they're kind of sick of it by now, of the JAS versus the Combat Club. So, having him be there, that's going to just extend it even longer. You know what I mean? There was a promo, I think, where Moxley was kind of like, coming up, Ring of Honor, final battle, we finish this shit. Like it sounds like that's the end. So I don't know, man. I think Jericho's going to win because I just don't see Claudio joining the JAS. If it wasn't for that stipulation, I would have gone for Claudio all the way. It would have been the perfect way to end Jericho's reign of terror. But I don't know.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you there. Honestly, as much as I'd like Claudio to win, I think Jericho's gonna win it just to put him in the JAS. So now you've got this faction war, and you've got this one main guy that's the part of the puzzle that's right in between the two, that's friends with one, but he has a duty on paper alliance with the other. So that's going to be the little turmoil story that they're going to set for the next couple of shows. So honestly, I think that's how that's going to play out. But unfortunately, for that to happen, he's got to lose. So Jericho's winning this one. Sorry.
I was thinking it backwards. I was saying I don't see Claudio joining, but that means that Jericho would have to win. I don't know. I'll still give it to Jericho. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so technically speaking, it kind of sounds to me if Claudio wins, maybe this will end this whole thing once and for all. But if Jericho wins, obviously the storyline's gonna keep going because now we're gonna have this new cog into it. But we'll see. I'll give it to Jericho. But it's still a weird stipulation.
So I'm confused. So if Claudio wins the match, he's still gonna join the Jericho Association.
Yeah, he'll be forced to join the Jericho Appreciation Society.
If Claudio wins.
No, if he
loses. Jericho wins.
Oh, I'm about to say.
Yeah,
okay.
I think I explained myself backwards. I'm sorry.
You had one job, Mark.
In that case, I'm going to be the contrarian because there can be an interesting storyline behind this. I'm rooting for Claudio. It's about time he wins. I want him to win this match. Not just only because, hey, Claudio's a fantastic wrestler, but also because he wins the match, Jericho's beat up. Apparently, he's supposed to join Jericho's association.
No. I like I said, I explained it wrong.
Oh, you did it backwards?
Yeah. If Jericho wins, he's the champion, and Claudio has to go to the JAS, But if Jericho loses, well, then he's no longer champion, and Claudio doesn't have to do nothing except dance in his face with the title,
Okay, well, that was, okay. But either ways, okay, that changes a little bit, but I still want Claudio to win this match. Because it would be kind of weird. I don't know. It's just, it could also be a good storyline if Claudio loses the match so that then he's forced to join Jericho and then they're going to be clashing it out even more. And then there's going to be more excuses for them to have another rematch or whatever. But I just think the whole thing is kind of stupid in that aspect. So I think it'd be way better Claudio to just win this match because I see it kind of dumb. Like he's going to lose the match and he's going to have to force to join Jericho's association. That's kind of like, I mean, that's not going to fly by even if he does lose the match.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, it's going to be up for a couple more pay-per-views, and it's literally going to be the friends versus the faction part. That's going to be, that's going to be Coglio's problem because he's got friends with the Blackpool Fight Club, but then he's forced to work with these yutzes over the JAS. So yeah, they're gonna keep that turmoil going for a couple more pay-per-views, and then after that, he's just gonna get sick of it, go back to the Blackpool Fight Club. Everybody's gonna be happy and cheering, and Jericho's gonna be pissed, and everything's gonna go back to normal.
I didn't give my prediction yet.
Oh.
I think, before I get into that, AEW already has a storyline where you have somebody being forced to work with somebody else. So the whole, Ethan Page and Matt Hardy, that situation going on. So would you really want to see another story like that? We're just using Jericho and Claudio?
Oh, I thought you were going to say, Tony Khan and CM Punk, but... Yeah.
Sorry, I don't have a muffin available for that one. But
I'm just curious if Ring of Honor is going to have a scrum of some sorts, you know?
no, well, for me, I don't. Well, this is more of just what I want to see. I want Claudio to win because I think it'll be kind of silly to rehash that type of a story. We already have another storyline kind of going on with that. And I think it'll be kind of boring. And I like Claudio. So Jericho, I love you, but I want Claudio to win. I've been rooting for him for practically every single time, and I really do like him.
Jericho will be like, that's it. You just made the list.
I made the list. I'm on the list. I know. I'm going to the list. I know. Well, Jericho, I will go and I will support your band, but just let Claudio win. Can I get off the list? Is that a compromise?
Yeah. So Wendy will be forced to join the JAS.
No.
The epitome of sports entertainment. I just love that. It's so cheesy. It's so fucking cheesy. But yeah, those are matches we have right now. Let me refresh the page because I think by now Rampage ended. Let me see if they up. I don't know how quick they are to update.
I was gonna say,
there we go.
I was going to say, is that any more cheesier than, going around and scissoring everybody in the street, whether they consent or not?
All right. Well, there we go, guys. Super last minute edition, and this time we caught it, unless, of course, they add more matches down the line. Just refresh the Wikipedia article here. We have, and this is for the pre-show or the 0 hour or whatever the fuck they call it now, because I think the Ring of Honor ones also call it 0 hour. And this is kind of a no-duh kind of match, but, Willow Nightingale versus Trish Adora, singles match, just for fun. I'm just going to say, Trish Adora, nice knowing ya. Obviously, Willow's going to win because everyone loves Willow. They're really popping for Willow. I just hope that at least in Trish's case, she's usually on Dark and Dark Elevation. This would be like her chance to really show off more to a grander stage. Because, I know a lot of people just don't watch the YouTube show. So, good chance for Trish Adora to show off her skills. But I'm going to give it to Willow Nightingale.
I'm sorry, Trisha who? I hate to be mean, but I mean, with Willow Nightingale being in the match, it's pretty much it's pretty much a squash by name. Just from that name alone, you already know what's gonna happen. So I don't even have to put any more detail in it. Willow Nightingale's gonna win that one, dead on easy.
Willow Nightingale. I mean, as long as it's not like a 10-second match, I think Trisha's gonna lose. So yeah.
Yeah. This is a weird one though. This one easily could have been on the next episode of
But Johnny Rodriguez, what he did.
So yeah, what a Nightingale, because I never heard this other wrestler.
Yeah, like I said, it's the most random match.
It does sound like a squash match.
Unless Trish used to be Ring of Honor back in the day. That's another thing too. Ring of Honor had a couple of women in there. That would be kind of cool if they threw in a couple of them. Ones that aren't AEW to be here. That would be kind of interesting. But yeah, I don't know, man. Kind of like, I don't know. Now, one thing that would have been cool, and of course we're showing slight favoritism, but Willow Nightingale versus Kylan King, that would have been badass. Even if Willow wins, I would have loved to see Kylan King show off more in a bigger, crowd. I mean, no offense to Trish Adora. I mean, like I said, the most you can hope for is that she does like an excellent showing, because this is her big shot to be, seen by more people. And maybe they'll put her on later pay-per-views, or maybe she'll start appearing on AEW TV after this. We could hope. But yeah, very, very odd match, right, guys?
Mm.
Yeah, very odd setup.
Yeah, let me refresh the page one last time. See anything else is... oh my God, they're adding more shit. So I guess whoever...
Is it good shit?
Well, whoever is editing this is really editing this in the last minute as we speak, guys. Let me just add this here to my article here. But we have... it's a regular tag team match. No title on the line or nothing. It's The Kingdom, which is Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, going up against Top Flight, Darius Martin, and Dante Martin. So... this is a tough one because I've seen Top Flight. They can really go too. I'm gonna give it to the Kingdom, but that one I think is just a random match, like for fun. It's not like a big. There's no, like, as far as I know, any big story. I know I do watch a lot of that dark and dark elevation, but I mostly watch it for the women wrestling, But yeah, I'm gonna give it to the Kingdom. What do you guys think? This is a random match here.
I forgot
Yeah,
who
I'm
they
definitely
were.
gonna have to give it. I'm definitely gonna have to give it to the Kingdom. I mean, they're two baby faces. There's nothing on the line here. There's no, plot line between the two teams that I even know of. So this is more or less just an exhibition match. So I'm gonna give it to them.
I have a hard time remembering them. Like, I'm having a really hard time. I know I've seen them, especially the Kingdom. I remember the name. I remember. You know, my memory is just faulty right now. I'm going with the Kingdom, and that's the only reason. No rhyme or reason. Just that's the only reason.
I guess the Kingdom, because I really have no clue what's going on here with this match. I mean, I know is Dante Martin in that team, or
Yeah, Dante Martin's part of Top Flight.
I only know Dante Martin, but like everybody else, I don't really know. But yeah, I'll just root for that team.
Yay, Johnny! Me
So,
and you are on
so
the
you can
same
vote for
page.
yeah, but that's the thing. So if you're voting for Dante Martin, that means you're going for Top Flight then. Hey, you could be Mr. Contrarian.
Okay, I'll be Mr. Criterion, because why not?
You know what? I want to go with. You know what? I want to play devil's advocate. I want to go with Johnny on this one, and go with Top Flight. Just so you don't be by himself. So you'd be a 50-50 chance here.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, so let me see just one last shot here because I think whoever's adding this article is just adding this now. So far, nothing new. Does anyone have any final news or any final things you want to tell about wrestling? Just give it a couple extra minutes here in case there's a last thing added.
Brian Cage is very nice.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. There are rumors, very big rumors, but we don't know. And again, they're rumors. You could be wrong. I do know that Sasha Banks has been doing the trademark on her name to be like Mercedes Moné. And she's also trademarking, expressions like Monet talks and make a statement and things like that. And Monet Industries or something like that. I don't know. But he's trademarking that name. And lots of rumors here and there. She's going to be in Wrestle Kingdom this upcoming weekend or next week or something. That's interesting. That also shows she's not with WWE anymore because she's like, But this is too much, and I really don't think so, but who knows? But as we know, Jamie Hayter is the champ, and of course she's associated with Britt Baker in them. So they had this big match. It was supposed to be, I guess, Saraya versus one of them, but then it became like a tag team match. So it's Saraya and some mystery partner that we won't know until next week on Dynamite going up against Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker, DMD. But the thing is, a lot of people are saying that, well, what if the mystery partner is Mercedes Moné? And another theory they also had is with this little Bow Wow thing with getting Jade, which that's not cool, man. Going after a woman, man, But
as a fellow woman, I am appalled and upset. It's such a travesty.
Yes. So obviously, like, I don't know what the storyline is going on here, but at the same time, it's not like if fucking Bow Wow was going to get into the ring with her. So he might also bring in Mercedes Moné. We don't know. There's different ways, but a lot of people, a lot of fan theories going on that she might be in AEW eventually or something, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Is there any chance at all you guys think that Sasha might come over to AEW at some time, at some point?
Honestly, I really hope she doesn't. I mean, just stay where she is. That's just my personal opinion on her as a whole. But I don't know. I just didn't see her coming over.
Another match has been added, guys. This is getting updated. Okay, this is a new rule. From now on, whenever we're doing these things, someone remind me, please, that before we close the show and say our goodbyes, go refresh the article just in case more matches are showing up. So basically these matches, the Willow Nightingale one, the Kingdom versus Top Flight, and this one are all matches that are going to be part of the pre-show. So, I mean, it might just be 3 at this point. But this one's going to be Angelo Parker and Matt Menard from the Jericho Appreciation Society, which once again are the epitome of sports entertainment, going up against the Shinobi Shadow Squad, which is Cheeseburger and Eli Isom. And that Isom name sounds kind of cool. Anyways, I don't know for this one. For this one, I don't know. I want to.
Shinobi Squad.
The thing is, I've seen Cheeseburger in some of those matches, but I always miss the Ring of Honor pre-show matches. But I want to give it to them. I want to give it to Shinobi Shadow Squad because a name like that just funny and epic, and we love Cheeseburger. He's one of those few guys from Ring of Honor that hasn't like officially hopped on AEW or anything. So
yeah, I'm gonna have to give it those two as well. I mean, especially if you really think about the premise of the match, it's literally two sports entertainment style wrestlers versus the one thing that they hate, which are two wrestlers that came in from the indies. So it's indie versus the mainstream. So yeah, this is going to be a really good match. Cheeseburger is just a freaking riot.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm definitely going to give it to the Shinobi Strikers. God, I love that name for the win.
Well, you know me, because based on my name, of course I gotta go with the Shinobi of the Shadow Squad or whatever. I'm going with them just because of the name. That is the shallowest reason, but that is why I am going for that.
Me too. I'm gonna be with Team Shinobi. What was Shinobi? What?
Shinobi Shadow Squad.
Yeah, Shinobi Shadow Squad. Why not?
Yeah, and I gotta say, because when AEW first started and they had, Cody, the Young Bucks, Hangman, and SCU, like for me, like Cheeseburger's one of those few guys that didn't like hop over,
So is there any other updates?
Yes.
There is?
They added Mascara Dorada, which I don't know who that is, versus Jeff Cobb. Just a random fun singles match. Man, they're packing this 0 hour, man.
What is it called? Mascara?
Mascara Dorada, like golden mask for you, non-Spanish speakers. But yeah, versus Jeff Cobb. Jeff Cobb
it finally hit me what I was hearing. It finally hit me what I was hearing. It was like my brain was trying to wait a minute. Is that not English? Which language is it? I hear so much. So Mascara Dorado?
Yeah, well, Dorada.
Huh?
It's kind of interesting, though. I don't know why it's not Dorado. It's like Dorada instead. I don't know. Well, nowadays,
shouldn't it be
we don't know who the person identifies as. This is a modern era. We don't want to assume anyone's pronouns here at the Diamond Cutters podcast. We do respect pronouns. I just found out something else. This person used to be Grand Metalik in WWE / NXT / what was that cruiserweight show that didn't last long?
The 3218, 31851. It was a number.
Oh, the 305 Live?
Yeah, that one. 205 Live. Yeah, because they couldn't be over 205 pounds.
205.
Yeah, so that guy used to be known Grand Metalik, and now he's here. Now he says Mascara Dorada.
Mascara Dorada. So that's what I would say, Mascara, but
Like I said, I'm confused. It could have been Mascara Dorado, but I mean, like I said, here at the Diamond Cutter podcast, we respect pronouns. So,
well, I'm sorry. I may respect pronouns, but I respect grammar more. So it's Mascara Dorada for me. That is what I was taught in my 5 years of studying Spanish.
Interesting. I've been out of the country for like over 2 decades now. Okay, give me a break.
Mark, I think Dolada is like in past tense anyways. You can still see Dolado, Dolada. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no.
Well, either way, grammar or not, we respect pronouns.
Spanish is a very...
Okay, so anyways, the luchador in me, somewhere in me, I'm going to go for Mascara Dorada because I want to see all the flippy shit. And I want to see what it can do. Unfortunately, it is going to be a bit of a David versus Goliath because I know that Jeff Cobb's a big dude, but still, I want to see what Mascara does. I'm going to go for that guy. Because I remember watching the Cruiserweight Classic. I was a big fan of Metallic back in the day. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I gotta agree with you there. I was a big fan of Grand Metalik back then. So to see him here, even though it's a 0 hour match, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of lucha libre stuff that will probably piss Jim Cornette off the high holy hell. Like we care. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna give it. I'm definitely gonna give it to that guy. So yep, that's my win for the match.
You know what? I'm giving this to the Mascara Dorada because it'll piss off Jim Cornette, and that's entertainment for me. I like having something to listen to when I'm on my way to work.
So I'm just
more
gonna
of the late Millsby Lane. I'll allow it.
I'm also gonna vote for Mascara Dorada because I just love the name. Just the name itself just sounds like okay, cool.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
And Lucha Libre, they're gonna do all the fantastic flippy shit here and there. That of course they always do it way better than the other guys, the Young Bucks.
The only way do I remember here is that I don't know why, and that's another thing. I'm kind of curious if anyone here has found out why, but this particular episode of this particular pay-per-view, the Ring of Honor one, is going to be at 4 p.m. Eastern time. Actually, 3 p.m. Eastern time because the 0 hour is an hour before. So officially 3 p.m. Eastern time. 4 p.m. is the the show after the kickoff show. So it's kind of weird why they're so early. I really don't know why. Has anyone ever found out? Because they're not like, in the Middle East or anything. They're still here in America. So I don't know why the big time difference. But does anyone happen to know why or find out anything?
That was surprising seeing it early time.
Yeah, we're lucky that John had the day off.
Why they're doing this time?
Or had to wait later.
Early.
I want to know what time zone is it going to be where I'm at, but I just don't.
About 11, right? It'll probably be 11 a.m. I think you're like 3-4 hours behind, right? The East Coast from the East Coast, right?
Yeah,
4 hours.
I'm about like 3 hours. What?
Yeah, so wake up early. I'll text you when it's going to start. So wake up early, okay?
So
I wake up early regardless. I mean,
the cool thing is, since the pay-per-view is going to be early for you, you don't have. I mean, obviously, you know how it is. We always buy snacks and stuff, right? But at least if you got to do like big shopping or something, at least you can still do it after the show because you'll still have it the whole fucking rest of the day. You know what I mean? At least that's one advantage.
I think that'll be 11 or 12 for you, Johnny. I mean, I don't know with daylight savings time and all that stuff. So
my only theory is that they probably wanted to experiment more of a early morning / afternoon if it's going to be a noon pay-per-view. But the only thing I could really think of is that maybe they just had like permits to have the wrestling event at a certain time schedule. That's the time they have to do the event. Just like how certain cons had to be done at a certain time schedule, or it's just like how a music concert had to be done at a certain time schedule. So that's the only thing I can
think. Guys, this that's another match that's been announced. This is an official match for the actual show now. Oh my god, like guys, it's like super fucking last minute here, and it's already been like a good half hour since Rampage ended. You know what I mean? But anyways, the next match we got here. And yes, new rule from now on. Before we all say our goodbyes, let's refresh the Wikipedia page in case more shit pops up. But anyways, the next match here is let me see here. I think it's a tag team match. Yep, tag team match. No titles on the line. Just a fun match. It's Blake Christian and AR Fox versus La Facción Ingobernable, which is Rush and Dralistico, which is someone I've personally never heard of. Dralistico, interesting. He has been for the AAA. So that's interesting. This was a tough one to call because I know people are big fans of Rush, I should say. Sorry. And I never heard of Dralistico before. So he's big in AAA, it looks like, but I don't know much about him. I do know there's a very big pop for AR Fox. I remember AR Fox had a big match on Dark or so. He had an extra match on AEW. They loved him so much that right away they had the whole AR Fox is now all elite. like within the night. So damn, that's a good impression that he had. What do I do? Do I go for for the compas, or do I go for like AR Fox and Blake Christian? Like, we'll go for the compas. We're gonna go for la facción ingobernable. At least for me.
Yeah, this is the one time I'm gonna have to play devil's advocate on this one and go for AR Fox because, like you said, he just came out of Dark. They just pulled him on the AEW main roster, so he's kind of a hot commodity right now. They're gonna try to keep that train rolling. Now, Jalisco is over there with Roosh. Roosh is a damn good wrestler, so either way, this is gonna be a good match. But I think AR Fox is definitely gonna win this one.
I was going for AR Fox for the same reasons you mentioned because like you were saying, with the other group, they're not as known yet, and like they seem like it feels more like a date. But then again, I don't know now. I mean, both of y'all have good arguments here. I want to go with AR Fox for this one.
Yeah.
Okay, Mark, so I don't have it on my notes because I actually wrote down all the matches in the paper, but obviously this got updated in the last minute. So it's AR Fox versus Los Ingobernables, or what was it?
AR Fox and Blake Christian, which I'm not really sure who that is, going up against La Facción Ingobernable.
Okay, well, as much as I like Roosh in particular, I didn't go with what was it, AR Fox?
Yeah.
I'll go with AR Fox.
Okay. So, oh my God. And I also think something I also noticed is kind of weird is that before it said Máscara Dorada versus Jeff Cobb, now they just switched it around to Jeff Cobb versus Máscara Dorada. I'm like, okay, you guys, okay. Let me refresh the page for the final time and see they did more shit. Let's see here.
But while you're looking that up, I wanted to bring up the thing that what's his name mentioned, and I don't know how true it is. The thing with Kurt Angle winning a final match or whatever it was with Shane McMahon, but but what's the name rejecting that offer or whatever because he would only take a certain amount or whatever. Yeah. He refused to go under a certain amount.
10 million or some crazy amount.
10 million, yeah.
Yeah, that was actually true. Just recently got news that Asuka in WWE is going to be changing back to her old Kana character from Japan.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. That's it's going to be nice, rough, and ugly.
No, wait a minute. How can she? No, seriously, how can she? I mean, when I was in Japan, I did see a little bit of her stuff before I saw her at NXT because I did see a little bit while I was still living over there. So, how did she really pull the full Kana thing? I mean, she seemed a bit more like, I don't know.
The thing is, like, I mean, I just wish Asuka wasn't stuck in WWE because they didn't want. I mean, you're gonna get the watered down version of Kana. Let's be honest. You know what I mean? I want to see Kana challenge Hikaru Shida for the Regina Wave Championship. That's what I want to see. You know what I mean? Like something like that.
Yeah, that's exactly. Thank you. That's exactly where I was trying to go with that. Like, what can she do as Kana in WWE without it having to be toned down? Because like I said,
look at the
promotion.
Here's the catch,
so-called strong style of Shinsuke Nakamura, as opposed to how he really was before he joined WWE. You know what I mean? Like,
well, see, here's the catch, guys. You gotta think. Vince McMahon no longer runs it, so it's Triple H running this. Which Triple H, if you remember when he was with NXT, he was like, "Hey, whatever your style is, we're not going to water that down." Now, when they got into the big leagues and they were under Vince, that's when it got watered down. But now with Triple H being over it, she might be able to go back to her old ways and nobody have a problem with it.
I totally forgot about that. But then again, it makes you wonder, what about, I guess it would depend on how the others on the roster are too. you know, what their actual styles are to match her, you know, where she can actually match them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there is that. So that's exactly where I was going with the Ward of Damn thing, but I kind of keep forgetting that Vince isn't in charge anymore and Triple H is. But even that's questionable sometimes when you hear about certain things. But, you know, there's just certain things like, okay, this is obviously a leftover Vince storyline. You probably threatened him with something and he had to go through with it.
Yeah. Now, another thing, too, is that with the Kurt Angle match, I can kind of understand because who the hell wants your retirement match to be against fucking Baron Corbin?
Mm. Yeah, I kind of forgot that it was Baron Corbin. That was his last match, which didn't make sense at all in any way or form. It should have been like putting over an actual newcomer as opposed to someone that's been there for a while.
You know,
And someone
like,
no one likes that it didn't do him any favors. You know what I mean?
Well, that too.
if anything, like they should have let Kurt Angle go out with somebody that like promised to go up against him when he went in, and that was John Cena. Because when Cena first started, that was back when he just had like, you know, regular tights and everything. He got squashed by Kurt Angle. So it would be kind of fitting for him to go out getting, you know, taken out by John Cena. I think that would have been a much better ending.
Oh, see, John Cena was doing too many commercials with a cow. You know, seriously, he could have found a way to come back for that. If The Rock can keep coming back, he can come back. I think The Rock may get more movies.
Are there any more updates, Mark?
No, that's it. They also update all the order stuff. So now like all the pre-show matches are on top and the regular matches in the bottom. So yeah, so that's it, guys. We're done. It's a total of
I don't know. I
12
think you should give it
matches.
30 minutes max just in case.
Yeah, I already did. But I think it's on order now. They already organized it. And also, come on, 12 matches. That's enough. You know, I don't think they're gonna add more.
To be honest, I was a little bit like, why are there only 7 matches?
Well,
So,
you know, 7 matches
probably need to
announced.
fill
Like
in
I knew they were gonna add more. I just we're gonna add them like, you know, as we were talking, right? But yeah.
See,
So anyways,
you know
guys, I
what
think
would have
it's
made
kind of
this
it for now because yeah, sorry.
You know what would have made that a lot easier?
What?
It would have made it a lot easier to just set the pay-per-view at 7 o'clock. That way, we could just sit there and they could go ahead and add the freaking matches instead of just putting them in at the last minute.
Yeah, I know. But anyways, guys, speaking about that, since they do have to edit this, because the plan is for you guys to actually watch the podcast and check out our predictions, you know, before the event starts. We're gonna wrap it up for now so I can start editing and everything. So
you better refresh the page just in case.
Yeah, do it one last time. Hey, I mean, you never know, right? You'd be like, holy shit, I had like 10 more matches, you know. No, we still got 12. I think 12 is fine. So anyways, guys, we have everyone for the Diving Cutter podcast, which is also known as America's #1 cure of insomnia. If you have any kind of trouble at all falling asleep, put our podcast on Spotify or whatever. It'll knock you right out. But anyways, guys, this is Mark Rodriguez here, signing off.
William White, a.k.a. Ninja Panda 1980. Take it easy.
This is Wendy McBride, also known as Droopy Chan or Ninja Droopy. Catch you later. And off to Johnny
Rodriguez.
J-Rod.
See you next time, guys.